Hey guys, how we doing today? This is Wally with learningnet.com, and in today's video, guys, I wanted to cover briefly some quick tips on how to buy domain names for websites. Also, I wanted to talk about where to host those domain names. If you're watching this video, you're probably new to creating websites online, and you want to know the best places to go to buy domain names and also to create or build websites. If you guys are new to my channel, hit the subscribe button right now along with the bell, and that way any future videos that I put up, guys, you'll be sure to receive them. So today I wanted to talk primarily about domain names itself. Domain names are simply the what you call your website itself. Common names are, Amazon.com, eBay.com. Domain names can come in several different extensions. I'm not going to go through all of them on this video itself. .coms are the number ones, .nets, .orgs. There's even some new extensions like .website, .xyz. Several different domain extensions that you'll have available when you go out and purchase your domain itself. Now, domains are available through what are called domain registrars. There are many of them out there. Some common names are GoDaddy, Namecheap, Name.com, Register.com. There's several different domain name registrars that are out there and available that will sell you domain names. So you actually need that before you can get online. It's the very first step that you'll do. Me personally, I've been purchasing domains more through like Namecheap, being that they're cheaper than a lot of their competitors, and they also give you what's called free domain privacy, which allows you guys to like privatize your information online. If you don't know too much about domain privacy, what it is when you register a domain online, let's say xyzdomain.com is your new domain that you register, all of your information will be available on a Whois directory. It's like the white pages of your local area. People have access to your first and last name, your address, your email address, other personalized information on what's called a Whois directory. And so I like Namecheap because they're the only domain registrar that I've found to date that gives you domain privacy for free. So you need that, being that it helps to avoid unsolicited phone calls, unsolicited emails from people trying to sell you things, being that they will see your information online. So purchasing domains, that's something to keep in mind. Again, if you get started, with Namecheap, you can, you purchase your domain itself that you want to call your website. And once you get your account going, they'll automatically add free WhoisGuard or domain privacy to your domain itself. GoDaddy is probably like the most widely known domains registrar, but they do charge for domain privacy. It's $7.99 per year for each domain that you register there. So that's why I prefer to get it at Namecheap over GoDaddy itself. So anyhow, once you determine the name itself that you want to call your website, maybe you have like a business and you want to call it xyzbusiness.com, whatever your business name is, you want to go to like Namecheap and type that in. So I'm just going to give you guys a brief example of how to do that. I'm going to shorten this screen here, minimize it. And let me just take you guys over to Namecheap really quick and just to show you how this works. Now, it's very, very simple. I'll include some links below. That way you can get started with Namecheap. If you want to purchase a domain through them today, you can do that using the link below. The link that I'll leave, it'll also give you 50% off of your web hosting if you want to use that. Okay, so let's say, for example, you want to call your website. Let's say you have a home business and you're into let's say weight loss products. That's a very, huge industry right now, the weight loss industry. And let's say you want to choose a domain centered around weight loss. What I recommend is to select a domain name or website name that's simple. It's easy to remember, typically maybe like 10 to 12 characters, something like that, or shorter. You just want it to be something that's easy for your visitors to remember. So let's say I want to select something like weight loss. Obviously, the .com of that is not going to be available. But let me see if I can type in like weight loss king or something like that. I'm just going to plug in some random names just to see if it's available or not, just to give you guys an idea of how to buy domain names. And again, Namecheap is just one of many domain registrars, but it's my preferred one because it's cheaper, typically, with them. So weightlossking.com is not available. Again, it's a very highly sought after key term, weight loss, multi-trillion-dollar industry. Let me see. Let me type in like weight loss distributors. These distributors need it. Let's say you have a weight loss company. Oh, and that's actually available. So let's say, for example, you wanted to purchase this domain. I'm not going to purchase it, but if you guys wanted to purchase it, once you set up your account with a Namecheap, it's free to do it. You would click on Add to Cart, and you would purchase it, and you'll be done with that. Now, this is actually a really good domain, guys, to purchase. Weight loss distributors need it. If you like represent a company, I know there are a lot of network marketing companies out there that sell like weight loss products. If you represent one of them, I don't, but if you do, then this will probably be a good domain to purchase. Weight loss distributors need it. You could advertise this on Craigslist. You can advertise it on different networks online to drive traffic to your domain itself. So it's a really good domain to purchase. Now, what you want to understand about domain purchasing is that when you purchase a domain itself, you'll have like an introductory rate itself. In this case, with Namecheap, their domains for .coms typically run $888 per year, which is super inexpensive. It's very cheap to do it. With GoDaddy, taxes and all, it normally goes about $15. So again, that's why I prefer to purchase my domains through Namecheap. So this is just one example of many. If you were getting like a .net or a .org, the pricing would vary. Website extensions are actually free through Namecheap. They have various other extensions, and you can just select one that you prefer. But I personally recommend using .coms, and if the .com is not available, how about a .net? And if the .net that I'm really after is not available, I'll get the .org, and I typically stop there. But again, this is a really good domain name that has is very keyword enriched with weight loss in there, weight loss distributors. If you were to create a website around weight loss distributors, you could probably drive a lot of traffic doing that. Okay, so it's just an example of domain names that you could purchase. Let me type in another one just to see if it's available. Let me type in like money making leader, something like that, right? And you can purchase domains, guys, and make them. You can create websites on the domains itself, or you could just use them maybe as a redirect. So you have a number of ways that you can go about doing that once you get started with Namecheap. If you need any help at all doing that, you can just drop a comment right below, or you can just email me at learninnet.com. So this is a really good domain as well. If you are wanting to promote like a home-based business, making money from home, it's a huge industry, obviously. Moneymakingleader.com. It's a really good domain, right? The .net is also available. You can see other extensions that are available and the pricing, for it. There's even a .club for $138, right? XYZ, as I mentioned before, different extensions that you'll have available to you. But again, this is a really, really good domain. I'm not going to purchase it today. You could purchase it if you like. But again, it's $888 for your very first year. and it's going to renew at 1098 for the following year, which is still the cheapest that you'll find around. Again, with GoDaddy, you can purchase a domain like for a year or what have you, for $15, and it may renew like at $20 or something like that. So that's why I prefer getting them at Namecheap. What's always recommended, if you guys are in this for the long haul and you're going to build, like a website around the domain, it's always recommended to purchase more years of domain. So versus just purchasing like 1 year, you can purchase like 2 or 3, and that way you can lock in that cheap rate for the long haul, and you save more money on the front and back end. So that, in a nutshell, is domain name purchasing. It's pretty simple. You want to select something that's very simple, easy to remember. Money Making Leader is an ideal example of that. It's a great domain that you can purchase. Something that I wanted to mention that I almost forgot, and that is I kind of stay away from putting dashes, between the words itself. Like, one of my main domains is learninnet.com. It's very simple, right? And I don't have like the word learn-net.com. I hate dashes. I think that for SEO purposes, they're not good at all. And frankly, they're very hard to remember for your customers or visitors. Most people probably won't type in money-making-leader.com. They'll probably type in moneymakingleader.com. You know what I mean? So it's just something that's easier to remember. I would stay away from dashes if all possible. Stick with a .com domain if what you're looking for is available, and from there to get your web hosting. And so with web hosting itself, there are a lot of web hosting companies out there that range from different prices. I mean, you can get web hosting for under $3 typically, with like shared web hosting. And so that's basically the very next step after purchasing your domain itself. Now with Namecheap, just going back to share with you guys what exactly they have. I've been with them. I've had an account with them for several months. Really like their services. They're very inexpensive. I'm going to include a link below. If you guys want to use Namecheap, you'll get 50% off. So I'm on that link, right now. But anyway, you can get 50% off of your very first year for their shared hosting. They also have WordPress hosting as well. It's managed. It's a new product that they have. If you want to check that out, with that one, you can get started for $1 for your very first month. But if you're looking, again, for just shared web hosting, they have 3 really nice web hosting packages that you can take advantage of. They do give you the option of buying either monthly, have like monthly billing, or yearly. You can select the best one that you feel is best, for you. If you're a network marketer and you need to create multiple websites, I just recommend going with like the Stellar Plus or the business plans, which are ideal. You can create them using WordPress and their website builders that they have in place. So Namecheap is just one of many domain registrars that allow you to create, websites once you actually purchase the domain itself. Something else that I've been doing as well is purchasing the domain through Namecheap first, and then pointing the name servers to another web hosting company. For example, I also host with SiteGround, and SiteGround has really nice web hosting services. I've been with them specifically for 13 months as of the time of this video itself. And typically what I'll do is if I don't create with Namecheap, I'll create with SiteGround. And so I really, really like SiteGround, their web hosting services as well. If you want to know how to point name servers over to SiteGround, that way you can create, your website doing that. You can also message me below, and I'll be more than happy to help you guys to do it. Of course, I'm going to leave an affiliate link right below. And that affiliate link, I do receive credit when you guys sign up, with SiteGround or Namecheap. But it helps me to continue to create helpful videos for you guys to to help you to get online. Okay. And so I really like SiteGround. As for them, this particular web hosting provider, I like the plan. It's called Grow Big. It is a shared web hosting plan itself, Grow Big. You notice they have three plans right here, and I did a more in-depth review of each of these on my website at learningnet.com if you guys want to check that out. But I have the Grow Big plan, and I have this one only because it allows me to create unlimited websites. If you want to get started with SiteGround and you just need to create one website, I just recommend doing the startup plan itself. It's simple, straightforward. And the cool thing that SiteGround has that Namecheap doesn't is that once you purchase your domain, let's say you don't purchase your domain through Namecheap and you prefer to purchase it through SiteGround, which you can do as well using the link below. SiteGround has a step-by-step website tutorial where they not only install WordPress for you, but they show you how to install plugins, how to install themes, how to add this and that. Everything they show you step by step. So they're really, really nice, rock solid web hosting provider with really great customer service, great uptime, just like Namecheap. But I just wanted to share these two main companies with you. There are many, many web hosting companies out there on the internet right now. I don't want to overwhelm you guys in this video with all the options out there. Some other common ones that are also inexpensive that I could leave links below for you guys. One is A2 Hosting. They're really great as well. They have really nice, fast, page loads and turbo servers. Very inexpensive. They're $3.92 per month. They also will allow you to register domains, of course, when you get started with them, and select your web hosting. So the main idea, guys, with web hosting is this, and domain names. One, just to recap, select a domain name that's easy to remember, something that people won't have like difficulty remembering. It's probably like 10 to 12 characters, something like that. Hopefully it's centered around your brand. It represents well the brand that you're trying to create online. Also, when it comes to that, select something that is that doesn't have any dashes in it. I hate dashes on domain names. When I see those online, I just hate them. I can't stand them. Don't select any domain. Don't create domain names with dashes in them. They're terrible, right? So once you do that, you're going to purchase your domain name. You can do that at Namecheap, or you can go through SiteGround. As I mentioned before, I'll leave a link below for you. If you want to go through SiteGround, you can purchase a domain name through them. Also, your web hosting. And once you do that, the way it works with SiteGround is that in A2 hosting is pretty much the same. You'll type in your domain name there, right? So you type in your domain name, and from there, you'll get started, with them. So I'm going to leave some links below for you guys. I hope that the information that I shared with you guys today was helpful. I wanted to go over not only, some things to keep in mind when purchasing a domain name itself, but again, where you can go to create your website itself. I want you guys to leave your comments below if you have any questions about anything that I mentioned in this video today. I hope that it was helpful for you. If it's something that I left out, missed, or you didn't understand, drop a comment below, and that way I can be sure to include it in the next video, guys. There's so much to think about, when it goes into purchasing domains. I think I've done this 30 times over. I have like over 30 domains itself, many of which are through Namecheap. I have some at SiteGround, as well as GoDaddy and some other domain registrars. But I recommend primarily purchasing domains today through Namecheap. And for hosting purposes, like hosting your domains, use either Namecheap, SiteGround, or A2 Hosting. All right. Subscribe to this channel, guys, if you haven't done so already. Give this video a like if you enjoyed what you heard. Drop your comments below. Take advantage of the links below that I'll leave to give you some really good discounts on your web hosting. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'll catch you on the next.